Hey, it's Amy from Mastro Stretch, and today we're going to have a foam roller routine for your legs, your glutes, and your calves, so your lower body. So grab your foam roller and let's get to it. And if you like my channel, please subscribe to it by clicking right here. All right, so go ahead. What you're going to need is a foam roller for the legs. A lot of the part of the legs will be a little sensitive, so a soft foam roller like the OPTP foam roller will be great for those who are a little more sensitive and hate foam roll. But for other areas, like the calves, you might want a harder roller. So it depends on your preference and how sensitive your legs are to foam rolling. So let's get to it. Let's start with the calves. I'm going to use the harder, this is a trigger point foam roller. I'm going to use this for the calves. You can lie down or sit up to do this one. So let's start on the lower part of the calf. You're just going to cross the leg over. Some people like to lift their hips up. I don't find it necessary to do that. You're just going to bend the leg and stay on the lower part of the calf. So that part closest to the ankle. So you're just going to roll up and down. And then I like to turn my leg in, turn my leg out to get the outer and inner side of the calf. Again, the lower calf. And then pause and circle the foot that you're working, the leg that you're working. Okay, move on up to the big part of the calf. Again, just bend the leg. You can rock as you bend the leg. If your hands start to hurt, just lie down and do this. So just going up and down. And I'm going to turn out and turn in as I'm rolling. So there are some knots in your calves that you're probably feeling. The calves are typically very tight, so if you need to use a soft foam roller, feel free to use a soft foam roller here if it's a little too sensitive. Then pause and rock side to side. This is where you're probably going to feel those bumps, those knots. And then pause again and circle the foot on the leg that you're working. Great. Okay, go ahead and switch legs. And we're going to go up and down. On the lower part of the calf. And then go inside and outside edges. And then side to side. Pause and then make some circles with the foot. So feel free to spend more time on areas that you feel that are really tight on you. And if you like this foam rolling routine, you're going to love my 30-day mobility wad. So go ahead and check that out by the link that just popped up. You can click on that link, get free access to that calendar. All right, go ahead and move up to the top part of the calf. And again, we're going up and down. I'm going to turn in and out. As I'm rolling. And the other leg is just for a little bit of extra weight. You don't necessarily have to cross the other leg over. And then rock side to side. And then pause and do some circles with the foot that you're working, and on the side of the leg that you're working. Great. Okay, so let's switch it up. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go to the bigger roller for the next one. We're going to get off our hands. We're going to do our shins. So this is nice because it is softer and you don't have to really worry about the shin bone. If you have a harder roller, you definitely want to make sure you stay on the muscle of the shin here. So if you can't get in this position with your knees bent this much, just move forward, okay? So we're leaning into the shin muscle. We're going to work one side at a time. So go ahead and shift your weight into one leg, and we're going to go up and down the shin bone, or not the shin bone, but the shin muscle, and massage that out. So do that a few times, up and down, and then you can pause and circle the foot, or just move the foot around a little bit if you can. And then shift your weight over to the other side and go up and down there. So massaging that shin bone out. This stuff is usually really tight. And then pause and move your foot and circles the best you can. Move it around a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to the hamstrings, moving up the leg. So you're going to take your roller. I'm just going to use a short one just for space. And I think for hamstrings, you can use a little more of a harder roller too. So if you have a long roller, move it to one side so it's not in the way of the leg that's supporting you. So we're going to lift up on the hands again and go up and down the back of the leg. And this isn't my favorite way to do the hamstrings. Click the link of the video that just popped up for my favorite way to get into the hamstrings. I use a ball and it's a seated version and it's a lot better. So we're going up and down the hamstrings. Again, turn and kind of make this circle. So you're going to turn in and then turn out as you go up and down. So getting the inside edge and outer edge of the hamstring. Massaging out that hamstring. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. And you're going up and down. And then make the circle on the back of the leg. Great. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the quads. I'm going to switch back to that soft roller because the quads are quite intense. Let's do one leg at a time. So again, you're going to move the roller over to where you only have the roller on one leg. We're going to start right above the knee, kickstand your other leg out, and just roll about halfway up your thigh and then back to the start position. So we're going up and down here. And then pause, if possible. Kick your foot towards your butt without lifting your butt. All right, and then move up from the middle of the thigh to the top of the thigh. This shouldn't be as sensitive as the other spot. Pause and kick, And again, try not to lift the butt as you kick. This might be difficult. If you can't do this, don't worry about it. Just keep rolling. Good. All right. Switching sides. Bottom half first. Pause and kick. And then go ahead and move up and hit the top part of the leg. And then pause and kick. Good. Okay, so moving on to the IT band. Again, you probably want to stick with a soft roller. If you don't have that soft roller, just roll your harder roller up in a yoga mat. We're going to start on the side. You can stay on your hand. You can come down on the elbow. We're starting close to the knee and then lifting up. You can stack your legs. You can take one leg in front. So find what works for you, and we're just working up half the leg here again, going up and down. And then if possible, you're going to pause and kick your foot towards your butt. Again, if it's too intense, you don't have to do it. The more you do this, the less intense it's going to get. And then move up the thigh, work the upper half. The soft roller is very forgiving. Pause and kick. Good. And then go ahead and switch sides gladly, right? Bottom half first. And then kick. Go ahead and move on up. Top half. Pause and kick. Great. Let's come on off that. Let's move on to the glutes. So go ahead and sit on top of your roller. I switched rollers again. The glutes can probably go a little harder. So shift your weight into one side. Put your hand behind you, and then shift your weight into one butt cheek, and you're going to roll up and down that butt cheek. Some people like to cross their leg over. You can cross your leg over, not necessary. But if you like how that feels, go ahead and do that. So just putting that pressure. You're going to feel like it's a little bump, maybe a couple bumps, where it dips down. So I want you to find that little dip. And it's probably going to be a little more sensitive. If you get any tingling going down your leg, move off that. And then rock side to side. In that little groove. You can also pause and move the leg around a little bit. Gets in there a little deeper. Good. Feel free to stay there longer if you're feeling this is really tight. Otherwise, go ahead and switch sides. Again, we're rolling up and down, shifting your weight into the other glute. Find that little groove, and then rock side to side. Okay, then pause and maybe move the leg around a little bit. Great, good. So there you have it, your foam rolling routine for your legs, glutes, and calves. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know, hey, I really enjoyed this, and share it with someone that you know might like this as well. Again, this is Amy of Mastro Stretch. Until next week, bye for now.